Imagine playing a tense game of chess, but every time you make a move, your opponent just swaps out their pieces for entirely fresh ones.
Oh man, that sounds completely exhausting.
Right. Well, that's exactly how the undefeated Swiss team just suffocated Norway's Cinderella run. Welcome to your custom deep dive. Today, we're tearing into an exclusive forensic data analysis report by 2004 Stanley Cup champion Martin Cibak.
Yeah, really diving into the mechanics of the 2026 World Hockey Championship.
Exactly. Okay, let's unpack this. We want to see precisely how Switzerland broke Norway's momentum and what Cibak's predictive model says about their upcoming gold medal clash with Finland.
You know, to really understand how this chess match was won, we have to look at the sheer contrast in roster depth and, well, momentum.
Yeah, because Norway wrote the absolute best story of the tournament, right? Reaching their first ever semifinal.
Oh, absolutely. They were riding the raw energy of incredible young talent with Michael Brandsegg-Nygaard. But, I mean, energy only takes you so far.
Yeah, they really hit a wall. It's like a lightweight boxer suddenly facing a heavyweight champion. How exactly did the Swiss pull away so decisively?
Well, what's fascinating here is that second period turning point. The Swiss turned a tight 1-0 lead into a massive 4-0 advantage in just 12 minutes.
Wow, just 12 minutes. That's brutal.
It really is. It highlights their lethal depth. I mean, they didn't just skate faster. They had 6 different scorers, plus a 40% power play success rate.
Which, easily covered the absence of their suspended forward, Timo Meyer.
Right, exactly. And Norway's power play, a flat 0%. They just couldn't capitalize.
But, offensive depth is kind of useless without an impenetrable defense anchoring it.
Oh, for sure. You need that stability at the back to take those offensive risks.
Which brings us to a historic individual performance. 38-year-old Swiss goalie Leonardo Genoni stopped all 20 shots.
Just an absolute brick wall back there.
Yeah. That was his third shutout of the tournament and his 15th of his World Championship career, which is an all-time tournament record.
It's unbelievable, and Cibak's model actually nailed the roughly 80% Swiss win probability, only underestimating the final score.
Yeah, the data didn't quite see 6-0 coming.
Right. But if we connect this to the bigger picture, you have to look at that goalie matchup. Genoni versus Hawkland was just a chasm.
Even though Norway's Henrik Hawkland actually made 24 saves.
Exactly. Statistically, he played a very solid game, but he simply didn't have the team's support. He was under constant, suffocating pressure.
So going into the final, the Swiss have this historic momentum, right? A 96% save rate from Genoni, and they are a perfect 9-0.
And they boast 5 of the top 10 tournament scorers. They're an absolute machine right now.
They really are. Now they face Finland, who just pulled off a massive 4-2 upset over Canada. Can the Swiss finally break their curse? Yeah, they scored 0 goals in the 2024 and 25 finals.
Well, the data is optimistic. Cibak actually predicts a 3-2 Swiss victory, giving them roughly a 60% probability to take home the gold.
Okay, hang on. So what does this all mean? I have to push back on that 60% number a bit.
Oh, how come?
Well, if you watch this Finnish team, they are statistically nearly unbeatable when playing with the lead. So doesn't that make the opening goal the ultimate tipping point?
Ah, I see what you're saying.
Like, if Finland scores first, doesn't their neutral zone trap just completely invalidate that flat 60% prediction?
Yeah, this raises an important question about game scripts. The first goal is absolutely critical here.
Right, it changes the entire tactical geometry.
It does. If Switzerland scores first, their goal probability actually spikes above 70%.
Oh wow, that's a massive swing.
Yeah, but on the flip side, Finland's elite discipline guys like Barkov and Lundell, they could easily ruin the Swiss hopes if they get ahead. They just bleed the clock dry.
They just lock down the ice. It's a brilliant case study for you listening, whether you're analyzing sports or corporate strategy.
For sure, it shows how pure Cinderella story momentum can just hit a wall against proper resource management.
Exactly. This data proves how relentless roster depth and a peak-performing veteran can completely neutralize that emotion.
The math and the depth usually outlast the magic.
They really do. Which leaves you with one final thought to ponder as we wrap up today's deep dive. With all this focus on Genoni's 15th record-setting shutout, how much of this specific 20-for-20 performance was sheer individual brilliance?
Or, how much was it just the byproduct of a flawless system facing an exhausted young Norwegian squad?
Exactly, a squad that just couldn't physically maintain the tournament's pace.